Good Tuesday morning, everybody. Hope you're all doing well. Kicking off the day with this beautiful sunrise as we take a look at our Bushland sky cam, looking east toward Amarillo and the horizon off in the distance, seeing that brilliant orange globe we call the sun, giving us the heat that we need and will help buoy our temperatures later today into the mid and upper 80s. But what a beautiful way to kick off the day and start the day. Now, as we take a look at our temperatures across the board, or actually, we'll take a look at another Skycam view at our Des Moines Skycam. Good morning, out in eastern New Mexico, where they're starting to see the sun cross the horizon as well. And I love this angle because you get to see just the contrast between the blues and the oranges and reds and the yellows associated with the sunrise. Now, taking a look at our temperatures across the board, temperatures mainly in the 50s and 60s, 63 out in Borger, 61 for Amarillo, 59 in Tucumcari, and 67 down in Childress. Winds coming from the south of anywhere between 5 and 15 miles an hour or so, pretty much light and variable across the board. Now, as we plan the next couple of hours, our temperatures are only on the rise for today. Temperatures starting out in the 60s this morning, a little bit cool out there, so you might want to grab a light sweater as you head out the door. But best believe our temperatures are on the rise by 11 a.m., landing somewhere in the mid to upper 70s, close to 80s in select locations. But it's not all good news today because as we run our model, what we'll notice is our temperatures will rise, but we'll also see isolated storm chances flare up, especially the farther north and west you are. So, Boise City, Clayton, Delhart could have some storms up in your direction in eastern New Mexico as well. The problem is that we could see additional storm development last through the evening. Now, we're not expecting these storms to be severe by any chance, but we are expecting heavy downpours to be associated with the storms that do make it through and develop quite strongly as well. Heading into tomorrow morning, we could be dealing with some additional showers, especially areas east of us. But as we head into Wednesday, that's when we can see some isolated storm chances develop during the afternoon. We could deal with some increase in cloud cover. And with that in mind, as we head toward dinner time, that's where we can see some additional storm development swing through. And that could give us some heavy downpours, gusty winds, and some of those really heavy downpours that occur as that cold front sweeps through, giving us downpours anywhere from Wednesday evening up until Thursday morning. We could still be seeing some lingering showers across the area. Heading into Thursday, that front is lingering across the area, although I do think it should be moving a little bit further south as we head through Thursday and should clear much of the area. Now, this front really isn't particularly strong compared to the last couple of cold fronts we've had sweep through, but it will have enough to pack a punch in terms of moisture as well as cooling us down just a tad bit. In terms of rainfall, the model currently is saying anywhere between a quarter of an inch up to near 2 inches of rain, 2.5, close to near Pampa. So we could see that depending on where that batch of rain sets up and where those heaviest downpours set up, that will create some issues, especially in terms of the amount of rainfall that will occur. Now, looking at a severe outlook for today from the Storm Prediction Center, looking at general thunderstorms for today, so not expecting severe storms today or tomorrow, as well as we deal with those general thunderstorms threats. Now, taking a look at our temperatures for today and tomorrow conditions, our forecast is very similar. 86 today, 85 tomorrow. Dealing with some isolated storm chances today, and then the rain chances increase as we head into the day on Wednesday. Taking a look at our next weather maker, we'll have that cold front sweep through the area. That'll clear through the area. And then heading into the weekend, we'll have that area of low pressure continue to move out the way. We'll have a high pressure try to develop over portions of the southwest. And once that happens, it looks like there's been a slight adjustment from this morning, but it looks like we won't have that northwest flow aloft. Now, what we've been monitoring, in fact, I'll actually replay it so we can break it down a little bit better. When we take a look at this piece of energy, right, we have this upper level low pressure sitting over portions of the upper Midwest. That will continue to move out the way with our cold front. But then we watch behind it this area of low pressure move from the Pacific Northwest, and that will move through and dip south. You can see the whole jet stream kind of dips across the area. Portions of the deep south, including Louisiana and Arkansas and parts of Mississippi, will be a part of that troughing that develops. So we'll have a ridge developing out in places like Los Angeles and Las Vegas out in the west, and then we'll have additional ridging over portions of the East Coast. However, in the middle of the country, the heartland, that's where we could have that troughing develop. And with this thinking, with that troughing, we could see some additional moisture and instability develop depending on what energy comes through with that trough. But that's neither here nor there. We're dealing with the storms that we're dealing with first this with Wednesday and today. Taking a look at our 7-day tracker, Tuesday and Wednesday, temperatures hovering near normal. Isolated storm chances today, increased storm chances tomorrow. Rain lingering on Thursday. Can't rule out some isolated storms as that front clears the area. Temperatures, though, could dip into the 70s in select locations. I have us at 80 degrees, but that may need to be revised depending on what additional information we get in terms of the strength of that cold front. Heading into this weekend, isolated storm chances sticking around, but temperatures going back above average into the mid to upper 80s, probably a couple of 90s sprinkled in across the area. Hope you all take care. Enjoy this fine weather before the rain gets here. And make sure to tune in for our midday show at 11. And if not, then Matt will have an update for you guys at 5 p.m. Take care and have a great rest of your